Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Alomar sprinting after it. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down.
You know, it's always a danger as an outfielder when you try to make a play like this. You worry about that wrist because sometimes you can get it tucked under when you hit the ground, and you can twist it up pretty good or maybe even break it. But here, not only does he come away unhurt, but he also comes away with the baseball.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Smoked on the ground up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
The right fielder.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Here's Bryce Harper now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Hit slowly back to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Ryan Zimmerman stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Boy, not very decisive there. And hey, it's early, but this is a big spot.
Yeah, and you need to be able to commit to what you're doing because you're not going to do anything with a swing like that.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play. And that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. Anthony Rizzo is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And both guys throwing the country hardball so far. Top speeds of 95 and 97. Chris Bryant stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Here comes the first pitch. Right there for strike one.
And I think now you're starting to get the sense that he's put that first inning behind him, and he looks a lot more comfortable out there now.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And there's out number 2.
Up next for the Cubs, the shortstop.
And as we take a look at his pitch count so far, sometimes numbers can be misleading. You see the 38 strikes there, but a lot of those have been on pitches out of the zone that he's gotten guys to swing at.
Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Curveball, and he thought it was strike 2. Instead, it goes to 3-1.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. He's going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rendon, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Smiley steps into the windup. Here's the delivery. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
After the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Grounded to short. Russell's got it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Into the box, Adam Eaton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
And this guy's had his way with him so far, so maybe this is the way to change things up. Maybe go into attack mode up there. Kind of get the sense that they've been a little too passive, so this is a nice first pitch single.
High and deep to left center field. Schwarber looking up. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center as the Nationals have battled back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
Well, that's going to be a wake-up call out there on the mound. He was cruising along with a 2-0 lead, but he makes one mistake here in location, and all of a sudden, Boys, we've got ourselves a tie ball.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. As he'll take a look at ball one. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Oh, now what you want to be doing on 2-0. Back to 2-1 now.
Well, he was certainly geared up with a fastball swing in a fastball count. And they sure picked the right time to change up on him. He never saw that one coming.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Full count, 3-2. Hit to third, right to Bryant. On to first, and Wieters is set down now, 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Steven Strasburg.
Steven Strasburg will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit, too. I'm wondering if that home run ball might have changed his approach just a little bit.
And a full count now, 3-2.
3-2.
And this is hit sharply toward the third base coaching box, a foul ball. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run home run. Middle of the afternoon here in Wrigleyville, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Javier Baez comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman, Javier.
First offering on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. You think there was any intent there?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just trying to bury that 2-seamer in on the hands. Got away from him just a little bit.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. Kyle Schwarber gets another crack at it now. He took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. shot back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Boy, and we were starting to wonder if anybody was going to reach base on him again.
Wilson.
That breaks a string of 12 in a row that he retired. And that's a pretty healthy portion of the game to go without having a base run.
Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball one.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. Looking for his 10th strikeout. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses 2-2.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still 2-2. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Murphy backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
This has been the story all afternoon. They have just not been able to get on top of his fastball. Here's another pop-up to prove it.
Drew Smiley is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting. You have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1 through 5, all even at 2-2. Trey Turner will stand in, and he'll lead off in the Washington 6th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Gets the call on the changeup there, 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter's going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
Hard hit to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Daniel Murphy steps in, got a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit out towards second. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for the Nationals.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Bryce Harper stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is low, ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 2 now. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. A solo home run off the bat of Bryce Harper as the Nationals claim a 3-2 lead.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you're paying your big horse to do out there. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a fastball right there, so he just stays back as long as he can and then just explodes right through the zone.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now.
The first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
He'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. But the Nationals do get a run on the Bryce Harper home run. On to the bottom of the 6th, and Washington's taken a 3-2 lead. Albert Alomar will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Turner ranges to his left, and he's retired here, 1 away.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. And it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Strasburg gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Grounded to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
This is where having a good changeup can save some wear and tear on your arm. It takes him just 4 pitches to get the first 2 outs here.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
Chopped foul right at home plate. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. They trail 3-2. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Nationals on top in this one as we get ready for the 7th, but first let's check out the game summary to see how we got here. Steve Cishek is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7. Anthony Rendon will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Drilled down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Well, he's been a little slow out of the blocks here to start the season, but that looks a little better there as this is a sharp base hit.
Adam Eaton will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And a dive, but he's back in. He was fighting that swing the whole way, but he went around. It's no balls and a strike. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Cishek's ready. 0-2 pitch on its way. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, what a play! Throw to second is in time, and that's a fantastic play. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
I'm going to give him a 9.5 on that play. He'd probably get a 10 if they could have turned 2 there, but I'll tell you, just getting the force at second was good enough for me.
Michael Taylor will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Check to swing there and pops this one up. Bryant is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
That's something a lot of men suffer from. Fear of commitment. He can't make up his mind whether to swing at this pitch or not, so he tries to hold up, but it's too late as this turns into an easy little liner over to third.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. One left for Washington. They're up 3-2. Chris Bryant will get his third shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
And he misses with it. 1-1. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. No problem here. 1 away.
Well, there's a look at his pitches by inning, and as you can see, he's hit 85 for the game now, so you have to think they're watching him pretty closely in that dugout.
Addison Russell is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3-4-5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
No ball. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, and if anything, he's looking stronger than ever here in this 7th inning.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Second baseman, number 9, Javier
Baez, ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
2 out, nobody on. Two and two. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 3-2. Steven Strasburg comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
I gotta think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Cishek pauses. Here's the 2-1. Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our two starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown nine have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Trey Turner will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Takes this the other way to right. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Up next for Washington,
Daniel Murphy ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
First pitch on its way. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
You know, when the pitcher slide steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
Runner at second here with one man out. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. Now, time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. 1 out and a runner on second base. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to do is put a guy on base right before you got to face a great slugger at the plate. That ain't going to make things easier.
your attention, please. Now
so with a
pitching for the
lefty
Chicago
waiting,
Cubs,
they'll go to a lefty of
number
their own
38,
out of the bullpen here.
Justin Wilson.
Bryce Harper will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen.
Your
Victor
attention, please.
Robles will come
Pinch
on
running at
now and
first for the
pinch
Nationals.
run here.
Number 14, Victor Robles.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. A three-run homer here for Bryce Harper. His second of the game as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Man, goodness. This is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now following the home run, and you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Here it comes, 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. And a swing and a miss by Zimmerman as he sat down on strikes here. There are two away.
Pretty evident here that they weren't going to give this guy anything to pull in this at-bat. I mean, the guy has such quick hands through the pitch inside. But you're going to see that all four of these pitches on the outer half of the plate, and he just can't adjust to any of them.
In now is Anthony Rendon, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Alomar. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But the Nationals strike for three, all coming via this three-run home run. Home half of the eighth coming up. It's the Nationals 6 and the Cubs 2. Victor Robles will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second
Leading
base.
off the inning, Kyle Schwarber. And they'll need him to get something going here. Wilmer Defoe will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Base, number 1, Wilmer Defoe.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
That's a dangerous but well-placed pitch there. Most power hitters are tempted by pitches up in the zone, but that one was so far enough up that he wouldn't have been able to do much with it.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
Sent on the ground out to second. One away.
He's out.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Wilson Contreras will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 thus far. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Hard liner towards short. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now. So he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Ian Happ will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Now the National skipper is up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to do it now for Steven Strasburg. So he was able to only get that first out in the 8th, but nonetheless he'll depart with the lead. Brendan Kinsler will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning.
Brandon Kinsler.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
And the runner back easily.
Simple throw over there.
1-1, here it comes. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. All even now, 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there on to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Cubs are down quietly. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Brian Dunzing come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Adam Eaton gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Wind up and the 0-1. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now.
The catcher, number 33, Matt Wieters.
Digging in, Matt Wieters. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 7-2 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one to 2 bases.
Into the box, Brandon Kinsler, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
In now, Trey Turner. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Schwarber has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 for the Nationals on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. It's the Nationals. Striding in to start the 9th, Albert Alomar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Liner towards second. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, And even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Jason Hayward stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now here's the pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. The win would be Steven Strasburg's here, barring any late turn of events. 1 out, nobody on. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Slider is right there. 83 on the gun. It's 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, it's been a long afternoon for this guy. A couple of strikeouts to go along with that 0 for 4, but you know there's going to be better days ahead for this guy because he can play.
Anthony Rizzo makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Turner gloves it on to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon.
Yeah, and that's a good job to come right out here and set the tempo for this series as they finish off a good road victory here in Game 1.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ball game. He came through when they needed him to, and he was instrumental in the win.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. Washington.